Hello from Hong Kong Airport. It's beautiful. I have about 13 hours here today until my connecting flight to Taiwan, and I'm going to spend the time going to Macau because I want to go over the longest sea crossing in the world. I will be back in Hong Kong on the other end of this trip, so there will be Hong Kong stuff too. So I'm just following the signage for mainland Macau transport. There is a really cool bus that leaves from inside airport security, but it doesn't start until like 8 a.m. It's a little before 7 right now, but I got in even earlier than that, so I would rather kind of get on the move. As cool as that would be, there used to be a ferry that left from airport security. I would have waited however long for that, but it doesn't seem to run anymore. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, so these mainland Macau signs are a little misleading. Or not misleading, but just, it's a direct kind of like limousine minibus thing they were saying. And it seems like kind of a ripoff. It's gonna be like 280 Hong Kong dollars. So there's a way we can go that's not direct. We have to take a bus to like another terminal and then get a Macau bus from there. But that seems to be kind of, you know, the local way, the cheap way, the less luxurious way, which I think is what we're all about. Okay, so we can take a lot of these A buses. The fares are so granular. Oh my God, okay. I gotta figure out how to get tickets first. Cash, octopus, I should just get an octopus card really, so we'll figure that out. This is such a mess. There's like a million different passes that all cost different amounts of money. Okay, I think tap to pay is an option too, but you can get an octopus card back at the Airport Express train counter. I feel like I should just do that. Like I should get the souvenir, get the octopus card. This is a bit of a test. This is a little bit of a test, but I'm enjoying it. Annoyingly, all of the octopus machines are cash only, but there's a customer service desk where I think I can use card. All right, to be honest, I don't know what the hell I got, but it's this. Everyone else seems very confused too, so I don't feel alone, even like folks who don't seem as touristy as me. This is a tourist octopus card that I think is just a normal card as far as I can tell, but I don't really know. I see why the direct bus to Macau is definitely an appealing thing, but hey, it's got a cool design. It's got the Star Ferry on it. They also didn't really want me to get an octopus card to begin with because I told them I was taking the bus with it, and they're just like, just go to the bus station. So I don't really know. Maybe it's just that everyone uses contactless. There was a fee to get the card, but it's a souvenir, right? Actually, genuinely, maybe that's the point. Maybe it's just tourists use it to get the souvenir. Maybe everyone just uses contactless, I don't know. Okay, to be honest, Google Maps is giving me differing information from this. I'm just trying to see like these via things, like if one of them will, but I don't think that this terminal I need to get to is, you know what, actually this B4 goes to the HZMB and that's only 980, whereas all these A1s are really expensive. So maybe we go for a B4, it's a 722, but we can handle that. Okay, green zone over there. So I think that's kind of like this outer area. Look at these amazing double-decker buses. I hope that ours is one of these. I'm just walking down this bus street. Haven't seen it. Oh, wait, B4. Frequency adjustment. Oh, okay, so just overnight. But okay, well, it says B4 up there. Oh yeah, okay, B4. So there's a line, you're meant to line up and kind of go around like this, but there's no one here, so I guess I'm the first one. Additional dumb American moment, I forgot we drive on the left here. So no buses are coming from there, they're coming from here. Also, by the way, I have my big winter coat with me because they have a luggage storage thing, but the coat would have counted as a second item, so I just kept it. Look at this parade of buses. I don't think any of them are ours. At least there are some other people waiting here now, so I'm at least half convinced this bus is real. Oh, here we go, B4. Okay, so it's like a standard single-decker bus. You have to hope this weirdo card works. Guess it works. It's funny, that one has seat belts, but this one doesn't. So I guess I'm in a dangerous seat. Here we go. My first transit vehicle in Asia. We've got air vents too. Isn't that nice? Wow. That to me is like the classic Hong Kong view. It's just mountains and skyscrapers and double-decker things. Okay, I feel like finding a bus at the airport was like the practice run because this looks extremely intense. Thank you. I heard someone else say thank you in English, so I'm doing the same thing. Okay, this is beautiful. There's a direct sign to Macau right there. Thank goodness. Oh, they have Circle K over here? This is very daunting. How do we buy tickets? Okay, so the first thing you do is go through immigration gates before even buying a bus ticket. You go through, you scan your passport at a gate and they take your picture. So it's this very daunting ticket area. You can use Octopus to buy your ticket at the machine. It's just like, you just hit pay and it's Octopus. And so I have the ticket. I don't even remember how much it cost, to be honest. I'm just kind of making my way through right now. All right, I made my way through the gate. There was a person there who scanned my ticket. Now we're crossing this out into the bus area. This is a real whirlwind, man. Did I even mention that the bridge between Hong Kong and Macau is the longest sea crossing in the world? Because if I didn't, then I should. Whoa. It's playing music. It's like a braille map. A couple different buses here. I would love to wait for an empty double-decker so I can get that front seat at the top. To be honest, I don't think I have the freedom to be choosy because there are people really like rushing everyone through. So I'll just get on this bus and try to find a decent seat. USB ports, that's nice to see. So I'm at the top, in the rear. The wacky thing about this bridge is that it goes from Hong Kong to Macau, which are both Chinese special administrative regions. They both drive on the left, but mainland China built the bridge. The bridge drives on the right.
You must fasten your seatbelt after boarding the bus.
Okay.
Standing and walking during the journey are strictly prohibited.
I won't do that. Looks like another bus just drove instantly in to replace this one. There's this whole complex network of roads to get out. I also wonder if this is part of the transition to get onto the right side. That's interesting. There's a screen up front that I think is saying our speed. We're already driving on the right. I guess that just kind of starts at that terminal. And I think in order to drive on this bridge, you need a certain license or a certain fee. I don't think we're going to see much traffic. My God, look at the aerial tram. I will definitely have to come back and ride that. That looks so cool. So I think the speed thing might be there to keep us in check because I think I saw signs in the terminal saying that buses are limited to like 70 kilometers an hour. You can see how high up the bridge gets over there. We've definitely officially started the bridge part because we're now, on the water. I will just say, as a car-brained American, 70 kilometers an hour feels very slow for a highway like this. That's like under 50 miles an hour. The very occasional cars that we do see, they kind of pass us very easily. Here we go. He's probably saying, get out of here, HZMB shuttle bus. 29 kilometers to Macau is at the sign. So they built a giant artificial island in the middle of the water. And now we're about to go into a tunnel. Yeah. Love a good bridge tunnel. Also, we're now going 80 kilometers an hour. I should have paid more close attention to the sign, but I believe it did say that the Macau side is faster than the Hong Kong side. Oh geez, look at that. We're in mainland China. We crossed through China on the way to Macau. Coming out of the tunnel, and I think there's just gonna be more bridge now. Oh my God, it's just open ocean. And we just passed the sign, just another 21 kilometers to Macau. It's a long bridge. Oh cool, we've got a cable stayed section here. It's also amazing how frequent this service is. Like, I feel like every couple minutes we see one going the other way. I think on paper it's every 5, but they've all been packed. I wonder if when they fill up, they just go and send in another one. Look at that, the bridge just curves away into nothingness. Lando. We're slowly making our way into the facility here. Speed limit's 60, that car is definitely not going 60. Fascinating, there's a big plaza here. I don't know if this is for tolls or identification. I don't know, beats me. So now we're getting trilingual signs of Chinese, Portuguese, English. I think actually very few people speak Portuguese here these days, but it's very, very cool to see that combo of languages on the sign.
I'm looking for you all.
All right, I think we're gonna have customs now, so I'm gonna stop filming. Oh my God, this is insane. So there was a huge immigration hall that was mostly empty. They had one line for visitors, and I was the only one in it. Now we've made it here. There's like tour groups and stuff everywhere. I think this is where we get buses into town. There's this confusing screen of just different routes. Not super helpful, but I can use Google Maps to help out. It's mostly just a question of how do we get a ticket. Okay, they do actually have some wayfinding. So like, okay, 101X will take you to these places. But actually, I think we'll go for one of these casino shuttles. Basically, Macau is like the Vegas of Asia. Similar to casinos in the US, there are these free shuttles that just take you to the casinos because they want you to come and go to the casino. So I figure free bus and kind of a unique mode, as it were. I think that could be an interesting thing to try. I don't know how we're gonna figure out which bus goes where, but all the casinos are kind of concentrated in one place, so it's not a huge deal. It's so hard to tell what goes where. There's no really useful signage. I mean, this just says stuff goes somewhere, but I don't know if the line actually leads anywhere. Like, maybe that bus down there doesn't have a driver. That guy's also confused. This MGM stand is closed. This Studio City one doesn't start till 10 a.m. There's one coming in, but who knows where it goes. Some of these feel like they're for tour groups because they have like huge tour people going on. This one's just boarding in the middle of the street. I do feel pretty out of place too. I really am the only white person here now. Okay, this is a regular, I mean, maybe we just need to take a regular bus, but we just need to figure out how to get tickets for the regular bus. Like this says, please tender exact fare. We need to get some Macau dollars. I want to say there is a card you can get. This says free shuttle bus to Galaxy Macau. I mean, there's like, well, what is this? There's just so many different, all right, what is this? These are regular bus routes. Let's see, this one starts at 10 as well. Maybe I'm just too early for the casino shuttles. Also 10 a.m. and 10 a.m. Yeah, all right, so I think we gotta figure out how to take the local bus. So it looks like the 103X is gonna be my best bet for getting to where I wanna go. It's really just a matter of getting tickets. And there's nothing, they have all this decent signage about where the buses go, but nothing all that helpful about how to actually purchase a ticket. Please line up. I guess these are options, WeChat or Alipay. These are both Chinese apps, I think.
11 minutes later.
All right, so there's a convenience store in this building that sells the M card, which is what you need to pay for buses and trains here, but it is cash only. They accept both Hong Kong dollars and Macau dollars. I figured Hong Kong dollars would be a better withdrawal because I'll be back in Hong Kong. I think I'm less likely to come back to Macau in my life, but Hong Kong I'll be back in this trip. So took out 500 Hong Kong dollars, fat stacks. The card was 130. Here it is. Part of that was a fee, and then the rest of it is on the card. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Hopefully it's enough. But new transit card unlocked. Folks in the comments should let me know if I'm being uniquely stupid or if it is actually kind of confusing. Because I am curious. Maybe I'm just bad at this. But anyway, we can now take the public bus into the city. Oh man, look at this perfect timing. It's a 103 coming in now. This card also gives a pretty big discount on bus fares. All right, I think it is confusing because there was a woman asking the driver a million questions. It was all in Chinese, so I had no idea what was happening, but the driver was just like very confused by what she was asking. And she seemed kind of stressed, so I hope it's confusing. That's a nice jingle.
下一站氹仔客運碼頭。
There's the Portuguese. Don't know what language that is. There it is.
Time for ferry terminal.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is get the metro. There's a metro in Macau. We are driving on the left again, so I guess it's kind of like the bridge is pretty self-contained. Wow, look at that skyline. This bus also feels very European with how weird the seating layout is. And there's a screen up front playing something, I don't know what. And then you got the classic LED screen there showing the next stop. Once again, I think buses are speed limited because look at that. We're going 50 kilometers an hour on this quite highway-like bridge, and there have been a lot of cars passing us.
We have now arrived at terminal.
All right, no one said thank you. Maybe I should have said obrigado, but this is the type of ferry terminal. We are not actually getting on a ferry right now, but stay tuned. Instead, we're gonna get on the metro, which I think has a different name. Like, we're calling it an LRT. There goes the bus. It's a pretty nice bus. LRT station, complete with a fun mascot. Here is, okay, platform, gonna wait for it to switch back. Okay, why are there like different destinations? Terminal, oh, okay, those are ending here, but then why are these, maybe that one's out of service too. Well, borrow 4 minutes. We know we can take that. Just a very bizarre thing for the first train I ever take in Asia to be the Macau LRT. Okay, it's a zone system, I know. Okay, it's not here yet. That's where they lay over there. It is literally airport people mover trains. I'm pretty sure you could find this rolling stock in a couple of US airports. Not very busy at all, but we will see. It's even rubber tired, it looks like. It's totally an airport people mover. And here's the route map. It actually goes to the airport. There are these couple weird branches that we'll take. I mean, we're gonna do the whole thing, baby. Oh my God, this thing's tiny. Holy crap. Nice platform screen doors. I mean, unlike an airport people mover, there's actual seats. Oh, some other people got the former window. I'm going into the next car. I want to get one former window, so I'll get the rear former window. But yeah, so this is automated. All right, we're leaving. My first train ride in Asia, and it's to myself. This is wacky. Oh my God. Hopefully we get someone at the next stop. There's no way this thing can be this empty. So here's the airport, and that's a big hangar, but we're getting to the stop that serves the airport next. It's gotta be who got on there, right? Wow, what an interesting guideway too. It's all covered up. Wow, excellent plane foaming. There's Qatar, there's Air Macau. Okay, there's some people getting on here. Gosh, that's an annoying noise. We do have people on board now. That door closing noise is extremely loud. Of course, this train is very jiggly because it's rubber tired. Oh my gosh, we can see some of the casinos here. I think that's the yard down that way. I see a train coming out of it. Over here, there's like an aerial tram that I don't think is running, or else I feel like we'd see it. It's still stuff under construction too. This really has the opulence you would expect from a Vegas type place. I decided to get out. I feel like I have to see the casinos. It's not my thing, but this is a good stop for them, and it just looks so ridiculous. But we'll see if this thing fills up later. I mean, I'm kind of amazed at how empty this system is. To be fair, it doesn't go that many places, but I know they've got some pretty amazing expansion plans. So maybe they'll get there eventually. I like how they've got the frequency on one side, so it looks like every 8 minutes, and then just a constantly scrolling list of rules on the left. $3. Pesos, whatever it is. There's people in the lake cleaning it up, I guess. And then this is like an aerial tram loop. I wonder if this thing runs, because if it does, that should be kind of a fun ride. All right, I looked it up. This thing runs from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. So it's a night-only activity. We will not be riding the Sky Cab in this video. Maybe we'll go over to the Cotai Strip, which is the strip, and see what that looks like. This is just so surreal. The Londoner. I mean, this is just such a crazy big building. It's just giant. And these are just very American-sized roads. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. This feels like home, just cleaner. Honestly, the one I do actually want to check out is the Venetian, which is apparently the second largest casino in the world after the one in Thatcherville, Oklahoma, or something like that. Very random one to be the biggest in the world, because then the next 3 are all in Macau. Here's a very uncanny valley looking Big Ben. And then there's the Eiffel Tower down there. And here's Venice. So many tourists here. Everyone's taking pictures of the crazy casinos or just of themselves in front of the crazy casinos. I guess I'm also a tourist taking photos of the crazy casinos. Jesus Christ. Wow. I feel like these massive casinos always have just giant empty hallways. Oh, here's the part I was looking for. Man, that is, I mean, it's just like Vegas, really. But it's pretty wild. Jeez Louise. That is what they call the Great Hall, for good reason. Here's what I'm thinking. I wanted to start my day at the casinos and end them in the actually interesting, like, European part of town. So what I think I might do is get one of the free casino buses back to Taipa Ferry Terminal and then just restart my trip on the metro. Assuming that the bus is running or that I can even find it. I think that could be a good way to get back on the move here. It's just, where do I go? All right, here's the bus terminal. It's actually signed, I guess, Macau Ferry Terminal. It also says Macau International Airport, and those are rough things. We could actually take the airport one, to be honest, and just get the metro from there. That actually would be fun. All right, let's take the airport bus. Great view of the motley collection of coach buses here. Different colors, different sizes, just everything. All right, I think this might be our bus. International Airport. Wow, nice music, and this bus smells lovely. I don't know what they're saying, but I'm taking advantage
Welcome on
of
board
the...
Cotai shuttle bus. Our destination is Macau International Airport.
Hell yeah, it is.
Thank you for boarding a Cotai shuttle bus. Kindly take all of your personal belongings when dropped off.
Will do.
Wish you have a pleasant journey.
Thank you. I'm glad we got to just try one of those. It's just a really fascinating ecosystem of just all these buses to all these different casinos. All right, if you're curious, here's what the airport departures level looks like. We're now gonna go back on the LRT. Okay, next train in 5 minutes. Every 8 minutes for an automated metro, it's like, I'd say mediocre, but I guess with how empty they've been, it's maybe not unexpected. We'll see if they get busier in the later part of the line. Beautiful station. Geez, the plane foaming from up on this platform is pretty incredible, huh? This is nice. So they light up the platform screen doors so the train will actually stop. The ones down there are not flashing. Once again, it's a little guy. Ooh, the front foamer seats are open. Are the back foamer seats open? Yeah, I can go for the back. I forgot about that door opening sound. Ooh, okay, that train going the other way is packed. So you know what it is? It's probably that Macau is just generally like a late riser of a city, which makes sense with all the casinos. All right, we're in uncharted territory again, just amongst all these crazy buildings. Oh my God, look at that one. And there's the Eiffel Tower. All right, this is Union Hospital. This is the transfer point to the first of the 2 shuttle lines. Hey, this escalator was stopped, and then I showed up, and now it's moving. So the main line station is there, and then there's this elevated walkway that goes to the shuttle station. You can see there's also a connecting track from the main line. Ooh, and this seemingly runs every 5 minutes, maybe? It's probably just like this line is 1 stop, so it's probably just the time it takes for like 1 or maybe 2 trains to shuttle back and forth. Jeez, that is one hell of a transit accessible golf course. So same rolling stock. Yeah, oh wow, we're here already. So this is genuinely like a 2-minute ride. So it is genuinely like every 5 minutes, just 1 train going back and forth. Look at this, they charge you more money if you stay in the kind of paid area of the system for more than an hour. I guess we might as well leave and then come back in. But this is a very interesting station. It serves a go-kart course, I guess. And also tons of apartments on this side. $4, okay. I think I'm gonna have a hard time running out of money on that card. Oh, here's the zone system. So it's purely by number of stations traveled. Here's what the neighborhood looks like. I mean, talk about density. And just to make things interesting, we'll go down there and we'll get a bus back up. Here, let's do an elevator review. This is my first elevator in Asia. Down to G. It's a Shanghai Mitsubishi elevator. Also, I saw my first white guy. He was just walking around in this neighborhood of all places. I would have thought this would be a very kind of local area.
Ground floor, hush to shop.
So that was interesting.
Now that is a fun fact.
So many people waiting at this bus stop. And so many buses that serve this bus stop. This extremely crush-loaded bus is passing everyone up. They're very upset. Jeez Louise. They could have packed the back better, actually. All right, thankfully this 26 is much less busy. Oh wow, this is a very interesting bus too. They actually have some USB chargers back here, but we're on this for such a short time, we're not really gonna take advantage of them. All right, well, it's not where I was expecting to get dropped off. We're kind of at the next metro station, and we gotta walk back to the previous one now. Maybe I just screwed up. Ooh, does this spin? Yeah, that's awesome. All right, back at the station. Look, this one has a nice, pretty picture on the thing. A TKE elevator? Is that the brand? Yeah, it looks like it. Or Otis, maybe? Well, I don't know. But we'll go to the station footbridge. Doo-doo! Oh, nice. These are actually busy now. We're only on it for 1 stop, and then we're going to get the other shuttle train. It's also fun how each station gets its own pictogram. Anyway, very short ride. There's the next station. Oh, the secret panel coming out. That's crazy. So I think that's the connecting track to the shuttle line. We're pulling into this station, which is under construction. Interesting. All right, so now we're transferring. This one probably gets much busier. This actually goes to mainland China. We probably won't be leaving the station, but we'll go and then just come back and say we've ridden this every 6 minutes. This is probably another one where it's just 1 train going back and forth. We're off, but we can't see anything, and we actually go into a tunnel pretty quick. Ooh, the lights got brighter when we entered the tunnel. Also, I like these, that you can have a bunch of people grab around the outside. Wow, big crowd here. Here, let's performatively say that we've entered mainland China, and then we'll get back on. And we're back. I love how the pictogram for this station is like the crazy bridge that goes to the mainland, but we go under it in the tunnel. So now we're heading back to the main line, and then we will head up to the peninsula part of Macau, which should be honestly more interesting, I think. Ooh, all right, barely on time. Cool guideway ahead of here. Interesting, once again, someone is seemingly operating this one. The former windows are very popular. There's a lot of people who take photos and videos out the front. Galaxy is another really crazy one. It seems like there are some remnants of Macau's past out here. And this looks pretty abandoned. I could see this becoming just more skyscraper at some point. I haven't mentioned it, but these screens are very graphic design is my passion. They feel very Google Slides. And these maps, you know, they're fine, but they're static. They don't show where we are. Whoa, elevated footbridge, that's crazy. God, this has so much more character than the glossy casinos did. I'm loving this. Okay, this station's called Jockey Club. I think that is actually referring to this abandoned thing. That may have been a horse racing track. I didn't realize all these buildings across the river, that's all mainland China. Oh, we're running some cool sculptures here. Wow, we're in a tunnel and we're running next to like a service road. But there's portholes on the wall, so it was like daylight coming through. So I don't know if we're above ground technically and it just feels underground. I have no idea. Huh, I guess the last stop of this is underground too. Oh, it's so loud. But that is every mile of the Macau LRT. Yeah, I mean, it's a decent little system. It definitely got more people later in the day. If we get up to that stupid bus station, that would be really helpful to be able to avoid, you know, having to deal with getting local buses into the city. Oh man, what a landscape. This is kind of liminal. Gosh, this is nice. There's a whole roof garden up here. It's even got station signage. I think it's part of the station. Very cool underground bus station here. But it does not serve the routes that I need, so we're gonna leave. I was just kind of following the signs for buses, but it looks like mine were on the street.
5 minutes later.
It was remarkably difficult to find this bus stop. All the signage is so obsessed with the terminal, but actually it seems like the majority of the routes out of here actually leave from this surface stop. I don't even know how you're supposed to get to Longyear. Yeah, how are you? I thought there was a crosswalk there, but Alright, I gotta say, having this mic has been more trouble than it's worth. I forgot to turn it on for that whole wonderful thing of being excited as a little baby bus. Because look, it's a little baby bus. But yeah, we're on the 28B, we're heading to Senado Square. The thing about the mic, everyone here's been loud anyway. Also, I love the moped. E-bus, 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 e-bus. This is a really pretty street. Some great European-styled architecture. Some trees, a nice waterfront view. I don't know if it's visible, but this bus also says the speed it's going. So, there's just a thing around here. All the buses just say the speed they're going. Oh wow. Now this feels more like it. Look at the sidewalk. This feels so much more alive. There's so many more people walking around. It's got these narrow streets. Just really cool mix of old and new architecture. Look at that skyscraper back there. But then closer up, there's, you know, some older buildings. Just to give you an idea of what my bus looks like. There it goes, 28B. What a cutie. Wow, I can barely move. Look at the sidewalk. I don't know, the casino stuff is starting to get me down. That whole area is just wide streets and I don't know, the peninsula is where it's at. This is Cathedral Square. My destination was Senado Square, but like, look at this. I just want to go down every street. There's like a pedestrian way down there. I mean, we gotta check out the cathedral, right? Oh, the hotel is awesome. And they got some New Year's festivities down here in the square. I basically got beckoned into a place, but this is the thing here, I think. It's like pork chop stuff.
Menu shot, menu shot. Right now you're looking at the menu shot.
This pork chop bun, I think that's the way to go. All right, here it is. It is always served bone in, which is interesting because I don't know how you're supposed to eat it with the sandwich, but Lord knows we'll give it a try. That was all pork, but oh, it's excellent. All right, that was excellent. A little small. I might actually go to another cafe and get another one. I'm not sure if that was one of the like premier places or not. She just kind of, I was looking at the menu and she just kind of rushed me in. Man, this is awesome. I love the architecture and just, I mean, it's a really interesting place to be my first exposure to Asia because it's so European and yet it has all of these Chinese elements to it. Ooh, there's a whole market in here. That place is selling Lisbon merch. Alley. Apparently Sai Key Cafe way there on the end is pretty famous. It's also way cheaper than the other place I was at. Yeah, I think this is the place to go. Oh, Michelin, wow. Oh man, I'm so hopeless. I gave her yen we were going to Japan later on in this week, and I gave her yen, and she was so mad. But then I was able to give her Hong Kong dollars instead. I think this is going to be the real deal. I'm feeling good. It looks much messier, much bigger. It was cheaper. I would love a place to sit, but it's so packed. I saw this alley. Does it go anywhere? Ooh. Oh my god, a cat. Oh, you're so little. Oh, you look terrified. Okay, I'll leave you alone. Oh, it's a dead end. Okay, bye, cat. It's so crazy how many people are packed onto this street. There are all these dessert places selling big things of these and giving them out for free. So we're gonna give it a shot. I don't know if I can turn this around to point at me because I'm holding too much, but I'll tell you how I think about it. You can hear it crunching. It's fine. It's like a cracker of some kind. I don't know what it is. I just realized we're going right-hand running. We've been right-hand this whole time. That's not how it's supposed to be. Leave it to cars to ruin the vibe of a place. These are some ruins. They're ruins. Man, it is hot out. There's a little cafe on the way up to this fort where the Museum of Macau is now. And I just sat in there and downed a whole bottle of water. Whew. Just look at the tangle of housing stock down there. Alright, I hopped on a bus that just looks fun. It's the 17. I'm sure all the buses here are fun. It is such a delight to walk down these streets. This is a hell of a street. One way, parked cars on that side, sidewalk on this side. This is an insane movement. It's a two-way street that becomes a one-way street there with our lane. This direction has to go right, so we have to cut across all this traffic. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. Alright, my camera died. I saved my mic, but look at that. Municipal escalators. We're gonna be on phone now. This is another kind of modern hotel area. I feel like this northern part of Macau is back to being kind of glossy. With the wide streets and some nice tall buildings, but maybe not quite as much character. Oh, I sound like a NIMBY. So there's a crazy underground bus terminal right at the border with China, with mainland China. I mostly just wanted to come and see the border crossing. I had no idea there'd be an underground bus terminal as well, but it certainly didn't disappoint for being insane. We're not gonna go in, but that thing is huge. All right, let's get a bus back to the ferry. Science here is pretty nuts, but looks like we want the 10, which is over here. Nope, actually I went the complete wrong way. The 10 is all the way down this way rather than all the way down the other way. All right, nice busy bus number 10. Kind of a longer vehicle too. I'm seeing how the doors are like connected by chains like that. Just went through immigration and it was just scan your passport, and now 4 o'clock. I did see it said on the ticket you gotta be at the boarding gate 15 minutes before departure. 3:45. I don't know if boarding gate is this, so hopefully we're not screwed. Okay, there's still people congregated here, so I don't even know if we've started boarding yet. All right, there's our beautiful high-speed catamaran. I just printed out a ticket, a seat assignment, seat 21A, which sounds promising. It sounds like a window seat. This is turbojet. And until like November of last year, they were using these crazy Boeing designed jet foil, that's what they were called. They looked amazing, and I'm very sad that I missed them, but they've been retired, and they're now just normal catamarans. I think partially because of this bridge actually, not this bridge, but because of the bridge that we took earlier. I think it's taken away a lot of people from the ferry. Oh well, you can still enjoy a high-speed catamaran. I'm certainly down for that. All right, there was no announcements, but everyone just kind of started moving, and it looks like, yeah, we're heading down. It's like 3:50, so I think you can kind of show up pretty close to departure and still make it on. Universal Mark 2003? Interesting ship name. This boat is honestly looking a little worse for wear, my gosh. Obviously no pariahs here, it's a pedestrian only boat.
Ticket please.
Okay. well, I guess you'd call this a 3-4-4-3 layout. So I'm actually really lucky. They just randomly gave me a window seat. All right, so not a ton in the way of amenities. You have a glass tray table. I'm not sure if there's any galley or anything where we can, get things for it, but I would actually appreciate that because I'm thirsty again. But we have a safety card and strangely seatbelts on a boat, which I've never seen in my life. I'm curious if they'll make us put them on or not. And these things, you guys love these, the anti-macassars, or however you say it. All right, we're leaving. Someone came around saying, fasten seatbelt, so I guess that's what we're doing. Now, obviously, we have to remain in our seats the whole time, but we did just let it rip. So that's exciting. All right, so this will probably be the view. I mean, you can see the bridge way down there, but it's just open ocean. We are sailing though. There goes Cotai Waterjet, the other company that plies these waters. Also, you can get items if you scan the QR code on your receipt. You can get like drinks and whatnot. It's kind of a cumbersome website, but it's possible.
Menu shot, menu shot. Right now you're looking at the menu shot. Menu shot, menu shot. Right now you're looking at the menu shot.
It took a while before Hong Kong, but get some island views. Get out of here, first ferry 8. There's some classic ferry timekeeping here since we left at 4. They say the trip takes an hour, exactly an hour, and we actually arrived at 5:04. They always round down. Alright, I'm guessing we're gonna have to go through immigration, so I'll talk to you on the other side. Alright, it's lucky that all of the immigration procedures have been really quite quick. They don't ask any questions. I've not been asked a single question. They just stamp the passport. But they don't even stamp it. They give you a sheet of paper that says that you're good. Oh man, there's one of those double-decker trams. Holy crap. That's very cool to see. But we do not have time to Hong Kong film, unfortunately. We get back to the airport. We gotta get on our flight. Oh my god, the tram is so cool. I'm trying to get a bus to the airport. Basically, it'd be really funny to do the trip to Hong Kong and not ride MTR once. But I'm actually going to use the MTR station to constantly get across the street. And yes, I will ride MTR in the future. I'll be back, don't worry. On this very trip, I will be back. Okay, I think that was really helpful, because now we're on the other side of the street. We just gotta look for the A11. Okay, we've arrived at the stop with minutes to spare. They've got these sidewalk markings. I don't know if it's an A11 or here we go, A11. There are so many different buses with so many different liveries. Oh, I was about to complain that none of them is ours, but there it is. It's a couple minutes late, that's fine. A beautiful double-decker. There's people in the magic seats up front, but that's all right. Wow, Hong Kong seems so amazing. I'm so excited to be back. We're in the rear of the bus with a rear window. Not much to it. It's a comfortable seat, but I don't think there are any other amenities that I can see. Well, here we go. We're going to the airport. We got lights. There we go, those work. Oh, and footrests. They're also footrests. Jeez Louise, what a beautiful city. Also, notably, this bus does not tell us the speed it's going. Wow, so there's a huge bus stop here along the highway. This is very, like, New Jersey Transit coded. And here's one for the shipping container foamers. This is an amazing bridge we're going over. Jeez Louise, how about that view? I can't wait to be back here. It's not quite the Fort Pitt Tunnel in Pittsburgh, but I do like how we came out of this tunnel and it's much more kind of industrial and low-lying. The incredible bridges just don't stop coming on this ride. I love how the skyline just lingers. Oh man, that's pretty easy. We're right at the terminal. All right, well, that was Macau. I think it's really cool. I don't love the casino part of town. I would probably just stay on the peninsula and just wander the streets because they're so wonderful. To be honest, coming back to Hong Kong, I was like, well, maybe I should have just stayed in Hong Kong. But I got to go over the longest bridge and, just see another, not country, but special administrative region. And I don't know, I think my life is more complete having been to one additional special administrative region. interesting case study in my video making ethos these days, because this really could have been split into 3 videos. One of taking the bus from Hong Kong to Macau, one of the Macau LRT and exploring Macau, and then one of taking the ferry back. It could have been 3 videos, but I don't know. I like to show off the entire adventure, especially when my constraint is number of slots. You know what I mean? Like, I just have such a backlog that it's like, well, I'd rather just do one long video, put Macau in the books rather than have to like spread this out over multiple weeks. Maybe there's a world where I could do multiple videos in a week, like multiple shorter videos. But to me, I like the Wednesday time slot because it just lets me, I don't know, it gives me a deadline that's pretty attainable that I kind of struggle to make some certain weeks. So I don't know. Do you have thoughts? I know you have thoughts, but do you have thoughts on this?